Oh, they want to bust out? Okay, let's go with Fake Bush, Flag Hustle, and then let's go with, I have the existing design chart from which the original notion of the flag comes from. You know, and it was basically a 12 times 12 on the characters I put inside the 676 AA to ZZ. So it's only 206 characters, like the bones in the human body. You know, the first five is actually six of the human curse fates, but there are 206 curse fates. You know, that's why we're saying, you know, like 50 stacks that include the 5, 6 every time when you're all talking about 1 and 2. Anyway, so, you know, it's 12 times 12, and then that brings you to where the word source is more prominently the word source, and it starts at M, because it's after that 12 times 12. That goes to LL, 144. Okay, so it starts with the M, and then it goes 3-3 on that. Okay, but then from that L, you know, which is brown, then it's K black, J column gold, I column gray, H column white, 5 back from the L. But then that H white is from 15-0, which is the peak of that 3-3. Then that's 8 back on the white. Okay, but anyway, and then it goes over all the peaks. So I know what the flag comes from. But what did you all want to set up to trick me and trick everybody and tell everybody what the flag means on your flag hustle? So you said you want to do all this invasive surveillance, even where like fucking like businesses are going to be looking in on my home and know what I'm doing in my privacy. Okay, and then you're claiming like the cops are breaking the Fourth Amendment, and then the neighbors are doing like voyeurism. So you want to set up a glass house statement, right? So it's all about glass house, and everybody in their mind knows the old wise tale, don't throw stones in glass houses. Okay, whatever the fuck that means. Like, I've heard the saying, you know, I really don't know what that would mean metaphorically compared to literally. Like it shouldn't be anything like don't get stoned in your house because the cops are watching. Once again, that would break the Fourth Amendment. I mean, unless you're on a like fucking warrant, don't get a warrant and like smoke illegal pot in your house. I really don't fucking. If you got people spying on you where you got a fucking glass house, what do you mean, like restraining orders? Don't throw stones in a glass house because you need to get restraining orders on all the neighbors and call the FBI and the police for privacy violations. Anyway, I don't know. But then you wanted, but that was your setup, right? That's your setup is the glass house group hustle. If I'm right. And then you wanted me to come back and like my only statement on the flag would be don't make glass houses. And you're like a chess move. You want to think like 3 steps ahead, right? So you wanted to hit up that knowing the comeback would be don't make glass houses on the 13M to the blue on the 7 and the stars on the 8. So you wanted to Do that. What do you got? That ambiguous S. And you got Fakenbush again? What? Okay. Well, you're dumb as shit. You're illegal as shit. You've wasted my time. You're busted the fuck out, and you can piss the fuck off. Don't violate people's privacy. And you know, on the electronics, you're talking about the, and you know, a whole lot of that is the ECPA, Electronics Communication Privacy Act, the ECPA. You know, that's not really the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, or the CFAA, Computer Fraud Abuse Act, but it might include the CFAA and the FTC, but it's more on the ECPA. And then, of course, the DOJ and the legislative law. And, of course, with the cops, the fourth, and the constitutional rights. Oh, they want a bust out? My suspicions is they're trying to claim that I don't have any involvement in, like, skyscrapers having a bunch of, like, glass windows, right? Well, like I don't even know where that is. Like, they're gonna claim, I don't know. I don't know where it is. You know, from the ALs to the LLs, you know, it's all stipulated. That's beside area, location, latitude, longitude. And just like the Victorian style homes versus the contemporary mansions. And then the altitude versus the depth. Okay. And then the invisible window stuff. You know, on the contemporary mansions, you know, you got to go to the second one. You know, that's all the portal and the door stuff. The leads to BA, the is the monkey, and the lowercase b with the A's on the start of keys. But then, you know, that's backward on that and gated, and you get the two. Overlapping realm theory with the independent conversion. You know, on, I would call that reverse engineering on that one. You know, it's almost like that would go along with, like, plagiary laws of U.S. Like, you can't claim major themes. But, you know, there are car design themes that are. And then that's where it'd be like IP piracy and what's the other one? I forgot, but it goes into where people stealing ideas around the world. What's really called. But I would say on the general stuff that'd be under like reverse engineering rather than like IP piracy. And I know it was. Industrial espionage. But anyway, those are themes in that. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, the window sliding glass walls, you know, even that comes from my chart and stuff. So I don't know where they're trying to claim, like, Is this Trump Tower inspiration? They're going to claim like I had no involvement. Like, everything comes from my designs. It wouldn't exclude skyscrapers with glass windows.